Hey, I'm Alpha, and this is my 5-minute morning show. Thank you so much for making me a part of your day. I do appreciate it. Really is in the morning this time. I mean, early mornings before the sun up, because I got to get out of here and go do a part in a movie. It's a small part, but it's a part nonetheless. Going to start the clock right now. Here's the brain stretcher for you. 1 in 5 women say they don't believe this exists anymore. What is it? 1 in 5 American women do not believe this exists. We'll have that for you in a little less than 4.5 minutes. Before we get into talking about some of the stuff we talked about yesterday, what is either stupid or scary, or maybe both, a couple of items in the news here. First one, Larry King's getting divorced. Who saw that coming? Anybody? Anyone? He married, they've been married probably 15 years, I guess. Shawn Southwick was her name. She was gorgeous then, and at 50, she's still pretty hot. And he, on the other hand, I mean, poor Larry. I mean, God bless him. He's a legend, and he's an icon in the broadcasting business, but he looks like he just came out of the grave to take a smoke. I mean, come on. You got to be waking up and looking over and seeing a skeleton there every morning. I'd be willing to bet several times a day she has to take a mirror and hold it over his nose just to make sure he's breathing, you know? So it's his either 7th or 8th marriage. Can't believe it. You think he'll go for 9? Are you out there? Is the caller there? Here's a story out of Austria. There's an acrobat who decided it would be a great stunt to fly a glider. So he's in the glider, and he crawls out of the cockpit and then goes out on the back wing of the glider, and then does a backflip onto another glider that's flying right below him. Lands on the wing. Then, I don't know, there must be another guy in the glider or something. Somehow, it turns over, so it's flying upside down, and it's flying close enough that he can reach up and touch the tail fin of that glider. And they're going along at 100 miles an hour. And then he jumps off. Well, he's got a parachute. Yeah, I mean, come on. A real man would have done it without a parachute, right? Yeah. I just wonder how you know you're good at this kind of thing. I mean, it's like cliff diving. How do you know that you're good? I mean, I want to try that. The fact of the matter is, it took him a year to work on this stunt. Don't you have anything else to do? And who's paying you for a year to practice this stunt? I mean, it can't be cheap getting gliders up there, and there had to be 1 or 2 that crashed, and, you know, how do you find a gig like that and somebody who's stupid enough to pay you to say, okay, get up there and do a backflip? Yeah. All right, stupid or scary, you be the judge of this. I don't care how you feel about the Obama administration. You got to be wondering about what's going on here, because this is an administration that said it was the most open and transparent of any administration ever. Well, the press corps is a group of journalists who follow the president around pretty much everywhere he goes, except to the bathroom, I suppose. But whenever he goes on any trip, local, national, international, the press corps goes along with him to chronicle, to take images, to document everything that happens. Presidents have been doing it for decades, and now he's decided he's going to ditch the press corps. 3 times in the last week and a half, he's said, well, I'm going to leave for this event, and when the press corps is assembled, they find out he's already gone. It's like the driver of your carpool just taking off without you. I mean, hey, I gotta get to work here. So how can you be that transparent, or claim to be that transparent, with no transparency? It's like, I'm the transparent store, but we're totally out of transparency. Speaking of catching a ride, you know, our astronauts are going to have to hitch a ride to the space station from now on. Well, they got 2 more shuttle flights, and after that, our American astronauts, in order to get to the space station, which we spent billions of dollars to help build, we got to hitch a ride with somebody else. And right now, the only ones going on a regular basis are the Russians. You know what that's going to do? That's going to make Vladimir Putin the Louis de Palma of the moon taxi service. You don't remember him from Cheers, or from Taxi? They're charging us $51 million per astronaut to go up now. So if we send a couple, $102 million. And don't kid yourself. Don't you think they're not going to charge extra for meals? Probably going to put a coin dispenser on the bathroom. If you're Amerikansky, you have to pay rubles. Hey. We're going to get up there and finally change the locks, everything. Then we got to wait for India to develop their space program so we can fly up with them. Sweet holy moly. I haven't talked about this, but here's this woman who adopted the Russian boy and then decided he was crazy because he was going to burn their house down. At least that's what she claims. And so she had Grandma fly him to Washington, D.C., put him on an airplane with a note pinned to his shirt, and flew him back to Moscow. It's a big international incident. Not only that, it's going to get her in big trouble. Got the Russians mad at us, and they're suspending any adoptions to Americans right now, which that's going to hurt a lot of people, including me, because I was this close to getting that 18-year-old Russian girl. Already had a name picked out for her and everything. All right, running out of time here. 1 in 5 American women say they don't believe this exists anymore. A real gentleman. Come on, really? Is that what you want, a real gentleman? You want somebody who's going to treat you like a dog. Real gentleman, just so you can walk on him. That's what you want, isn't it? Huh? Okay, that's my 5-minute morning show. We'll see you next time.